Problems that we had first of all were, starting from the ground, base was too narrow. It wasn't stable enough to create a big enough swing to generate the speed for Peter to hit far enough to achieve the goal of shooting in the 70s. The upper body looked like a big letter Y, and by that I mean that the club was the leg of the Y, and then both arms were about as straight as each other, bearing in mind that the right hand's on below the left, which then makes the shoulders very level. Couple that with a bit too narrow a base, as Peter swung back, it was difficult for him to fold it up. So we tended to sort of lift the club up and have a bit of a reverse body shape. And then from there, of course, we had to pull the shoulders back up, and so of course we ended up then cutting across the ball. So what we really did first of all was to take a look at the swing, identify the bits that were perfectly good that we weren't going to fix, try and fix. And my approach then was to start with getting more athletic, if you like, run. So we started from the ground up so that he had a proper checkpoint. We started explaining how wide the feet should be, where the feet should be positioned, where the weight should be distributed to allow a more dynamic weight transfer. Coming on up then, we got the knees flexed the right amount with some checkpoints so that he knew how much to bend. Just went through the business of tipping over from the hips rather than like a sort of crumpling sack of potatoes. And then to get this feeling that we're in a dynamic golfing position with the club as an extension out of the left arm, the right elbow a little more flexed, the right shoulder down. So of course that immediately then meant that the right elbow was part bent. So as he turned, he was actually able to get in behind the ball across here rather than being in this position. He could begin to work out from underneath himself, if you like, with the hip leading. And again, we just squared the feet up a bit to allow that to happen. Because basically from here, we sort of early extend here and it goes this way. And now we're working slowly and we're getting there, but this is hard, is to get some maintenance of the angle between shaft and arm, lag if you like, keeping the right elbow a little bit. He's actually now getting an extremely good rotation of the right forearm and release of the right wrist, but we haven't got enough width yet to the follow through going through here.